I hesitated a lot about whether to film this video or not, because I'm still not sure if what I'm about to tell is real or not. But I experienced it. And maybe, by sharing it, I can ease this pressure inside me. Let me say this up front. This isn't a horror story. This is something that happened to me. And even now, some nights, I wake up feeling like I'm still trapped in that hallway. Last summer, I started exploring abandoned places for my YouTube channel. I already create horror content, but seeing things in person feels more real. Online, I found a closed mental asylum in West Virginia. Its name, Blackridge Sanatorium. There's no official record, no closure date, no reason why it shut down. I barely found its location on the map. A lone gray stone building in the woods. I took my camera, spare batteries, and a flashlight. My phone had no signal there anyway. But the moment I stepped inside, something else began. The door was open. The moment I stepped in, a buzzing filled my ears like airplane pressure. And a sentence carved into the wall caught my eye. To find yourself, you must get lost. I'd seen things like this before, but this felt different. I started filming, walking through the halls. But soon, I noticed something strange. The hallway I walked never ended. I passed the door labeled Psychiatry 3 twice. On the third time, I realized this was a loop. The same cracked tile, the same wall fissure, the same peeling paint. At first, it felt like a prank. Then I truly believed I was lost. I checked the camera footage. It kept recording the same passages. And then, the audio recorder turned on by itself. I put on my headphones. And I heard this. You knew you had to come back here. At the end of the hallway, I saw a dimly lit room. Inside was a dusty chair and an old mirror. But something was wrong with the mirror. My reflection was incomplete. Behind me stood a silhouette. I turned around quickly. No one was there. But when I looked back at the mirror, my face was gone. I was gone. I tried to run outside, but there was no exit. The hallway I came from was now a wall. Every other door led to the same place, the mirror room. New writings appeared on the walls. You're only watching yourself. There is no time. The outside is now inside. My phone shut down. My camera malfunctioned. And I just stared into the mirror. Finally, in a dark room, I saw a woman. She had no face. But she had eyes, and her eyes spoke. I only felt one sentence. Now you're here too. I collapsed. Lost consciousness. I woke up outside. I was at the front door. Hours had passed, but my watch still showed 4:14 p.m. The camera wasn't working. The audio recorder had only one sentence. You never left. If you're watching this video, if you still think I'm sane, I don't know. But I'll never go back to that building. And even now, I'm afraid to check my watch. Because every time, it says 4:14. If you like my story, I would be happy if you subscribe before moving on to the next story. Perfectly planned vacations, sweet and flawlessly built childish dreams. Maybe all just for a bit of happiness. Maybe it's about hiding in a corner, away from the monotony of everyday life. But if you light a candle and place it before you, you can see it. If you blow it out, you can't. But you still know it's there. What I've just told you matches that candle perfectly. I don't know what people think in their own worlds, but these are the thoughts that flow from my little mind, my friends. I had already planned my sweet dreams and even moved to the next stage living them. I had booked a 2-week vacation in a cute, small hotel with my girlfriend. It was Monday, May 22nd. I was holding one of my favorite novels, Follow Your Heart. Then I felt a vibration in my right pocket. I had no intention of checking it, but something inside me screamed, "Read the message, you fool." From Livigna Blue Hotel. 2 weeks of incredible vacation pleasure for just $250. More info. lavignablu.palace.it. Could be worth a try. I mumbled and opened the site. Room photos, pools, gardens, it was so Elena. Without delay, I made the reservation. Every morning breakfast, afternoon fitness training, free ice cream. When vacation day finally came, we were both excited. I had revealed the surprise to Elena the day before. We were on our way when, just a short distance from the hotel, she said something unexpected. "Marco, are you sure this place is nice?" "Of course. Why would you think otherwise?" "I have a bad feeling." "Pull over, please." Elena spoke with trembling hands. "I think 400 to 500 meters back, in the bushes, I saw a body, Marco." I was shocked. I turned the car around, and there she was, a woman wrapped in white sheets lying among tall yellow grass. She was pale as snow. Then her eyes opened, huge blue eyes. I stumbled back. She opened her eyes. "Didn't you see?" "No, Marco, she didn't. Let's go. Now." We arrived at the hotel like ghosts. We went to our room. I opened the wardrobe to place the suitcase. Inside was the same dead body we had seen that morning. I turned to Elena, but she wasn't Elena anymore. Those damned blue eyes, the pale body wrapped in white. "No, you're dead. This is fiction. You can't fool me." What you just read was a letter found under the bed of Marco De Luca, a patient at a psychiatric hospital in Piacenza, Italy, one day after his discharge. No one knows where Marco found pen and paper. Even stranger, Elena Bianchetti, one of the hospital attendants known for her white skin, uniform, and blue eyes, mysteriously disappeared after the letter was found. This happened last winter, in the small town where I live alone. Everything began on an ordinary Sunday night. The air was freezing. One of those nights when the windows fog up and the wind howls through the attic. It was 1:34 a.m. Silence, usually comforting to me, felt strangely heavy. I couldn't explain it, but I had a gut feeling something was wrong. That's when the power went out. The house was engulfed in darkness. I turned on my phone's flashlight and headed to the kitchen. That's when I heard a faint sound from the back door. A soft clicking, like someone testing the handle. I froze. Slowly, I walked toward the door. There, on the glass, someone had wiped the fog away from the outside. A fingerprint. Someone had tried to look in. Just as I reached for the lock, the handle moved. Someone was testing if it was locked. Still no power. My phone battery was at 6%. I quietly backed away. Should I call the police? What if it was just a mistake? Then 3 rapid knocks at the front door. Was there someone at both doors? I peeked out the window. Nothing. Even the motion sensor light in the yard hadn't turned on. But someone had definitely knocked. I was sure. Time passed. I waited, doors locked. Eventually, I dared to look through the peephole. Nobody. But on the ground, near the mailbox, was a piece of paper. At sunrise, I went out and picked it up. It read, "You just had to open the door." Police searched the house. Found nothing. No prints, no footprints, no intruder. Except one thing. Muddy barefoot prints, leading from inside the house to the backyard. Someone had been inside. 2 nights later, I dozed off on the couch. Woke up again at 1:34 a.m. I instinctively glanced under the TV stand. In the darkness, 2 eyes stared back at me. Frozen, I watched. They didn't blink, just stared. Then The TV turned on by itself. Static screen. A whisper. "You didn't open the door, but I found my way in." Next morning, I found a note wedged beneath the floorboard near the couch, scratched by hand. It said, "Don't look upstairs." I've never been upstairs, but I think I'm going to have to.